I think Chainlink is one of the best looking charts in crypto right now. If we start on the monthly, you can instantly see that those two yellow lines form a box, which can then be used as a significant level. And we are already seeing a correction. In the past, we used the fair value gap down here as support and pushed higher, also creating a market structure break on the monthly, which is a big result. And now we have retraced into the obvious monthly fair value gap down here. So as long as we hold this by definition should act as a support or should be used as reaccumulation. Lower time frame, we can already see that we are in the middle of printing a monster weekly candle right at key support. So this in itself is looking pretty strong. On the daily, we then end up with a potentially a market structure break here right now. So this is the signal that I'm waiting for right now is a daily candle close above this level. This would then mean that we have taken out the liquidity down here, being last week's low, and we have now formed a market structure break to the upside, as well as a potential fair value gap that is in the making. So I would probably look for longs inside of this box here. Now this is just the whole liquidity, ICT, fair value gap stuff that I've been talking about now. But if we then add, excuse me, if we then add Elliott wave to the mix, we have another signal flashing, right? So we have a 5-legged wave up and then a correction. This is what we want to see for a wave one, like wave 1 and 2. And we are potentially right now confirming the 1-2-1-2 setup, which should then be basically should introduce us to the biggest move of this whole structure. I'm switching to log because it gets kind of crazy. If this is in fact a 1-2-1-2 setup, then we are now potentially starting the third wave of the 3, which should be the biggest move of the whole cycle. And to be honest, like for me, if the 1-2-1-2 is in play, then it should start from here. There's also the confluence of the news tomorrow, like the big event that everybody's waiting for. This could be the catalyst to give us a huge pump on Chainlink. Invalidation for this level, as I said, is probably the low that we created this week. If we go lower, then the structure is probably off. We might then be working with a sort of a bigger correction here. So then this would be another thing that I'm seeing. We are now in, this is the A wave, this is the B wave, and then we're going for the C wave to deviate the range lows. That'd be a sweep of the $8 level, which would be pretty sad. Yeah, so right now I think the risk to reward is pretty high here and pretty substantial, especially if we consider this to be the start of the third wave of the 3, because this would mean that we are now starting the biggest move of the whole structure here. And I think I gave you all that I'm seeing right now. As I said, like what happens here is irrelevant as long as we do not close this candle above the red level. This is the trigger that I'm waiting for. And if it happens, then I think we have like all the time frames lining up. Remember, monthly level, yellow lines. In between is a big box that I'm using. Seen a reaction on the weekly, swept previous week's low, seen a big reaction, and then daily obviously swept the previous week's low, and now confirmed market structure break on the daily, as well as a potential fair value gap in the making. So we got around about 14 hours until this candle closes, and this is what I'm looking for next. And yeah, depending on what we get here, I'm absolutely hunting for positions. I'm not quite sure if it's going to be spot or leverage position. If you like this content, then please consider checking out my Discord, also my new partner, BingX. All the relevant links are in the description. I thank you for your attention, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.